Libra horoscope for March 2015 with me, Lada from astrolada.com. And this is for everyone who have their ascendant, sun or moon in Libra. And what does March hold for you? First of all, Saturn is starting to move backwards, retrograde. And it will be retrograde from March 2014 till August, so for a few months. And it requires reworking and redoing certain themes in your life and putting extra effort and extra taking on extra responsibilities and being extra careful and pragmatic and structured and responsible with those themes. And what are those themes for you in particular, Libra? Well, Saturn will be retrograde in 2 houses for you. So for some of you might play for both houses, for some of you just for one, they might feel one or the other. But in those, a few months period, basically, 5 months period from March to August, Saturn will be retrograde in your 3rd house and in your 2nd house, a little bit in the 3rd, a little bit in the 2nd. So you'll be required to be extra responsible and put extra effort to make things of the 3rd and 2nd house happen. 3rd house is basically learning things. Basically, this is your mind. This is your logical, practical mind. And Saturn requires you to be extra organized with your mind, to put it in order, to structure your thinking processes. And you can be extra critical towards the way you express yourself, towards the topics that you talk about. You can put extra effort to make sure you structure your expression in a more clear, in a more tangible, understandable way. How you present information, how you receive information, how you communicate with others. This is a time when Saturn is retrograde, when we get very serious about our communications with others, when it's in the 3rd house, for you Libras. When we might not feel so much like talking generalities or gossip. You want your mind to be focused on learning practical things, on learning constructive things rather than jumping around or just watching TV or just, on some kind of random, wasting your mental energy on random tasks. So you'd focus and you'd be demanded to show the best of your skills, because 3rd house rules our skills, our practical skills, our left brain skills. Anyone who is in a career which is white-collar career, which requires, rational thinking, systemizing of knowledge, information, gathering, exchanging information, administrative work, communications, writing, all of you, you will be required to put extra effort, extra push, extra responsibilities and serious approach to such matters. Maybe sorting out some documents, sorting out some communications, or there might be some problems that crop up, or extra responsibilities that crop up in regards to relatives, in regards to siblings, in the life of siblings. Some difficulties that you might be required to help there. In regards to neighbors, we said, in regards to teammates and people that you work in a group with, because 3rd house rules associates, people, either playmates or workmates, that you're in a team together. So you might be required to do some really demanding project together, and some problems can crop up between you and other members of your team, for example. And you have to work through this with humbleness, with perseverance, if you don't want the problems to escalate in a sense. And Saturn being also retrograde in your 2nd house for a little bit will demand you to be more responsible, more organized with financial matters. And I know you've had this for the past 2-3 years, Saturn in your 2nd house, but it comes back again for a little bit into your 2nd house. Might not be immediately in March, maybe further down till August. But you might be asked again to take extra responsibilities in regards to practical matters, financial matters, to be more organized, more systemized, more responsible, more practical, more mature in your approach to finances, more tight as well, because Saturn tends to tighten up things when it goes through a house. Especially when it's retrograde, it becomes much more powerful because retrograde planet is much closer to Earth. So the lessons of perseverance and hard work that Saturn learns become stronger when it's retrograde. And they'll be in regards to, again, the third house matters that I said, disciplining of your mind, disciplining of new skills, developing skills, extra responsibilities in regards to skills, siblings, your environment, teammates, or second house matters, finances, structuring your finances, how you redistribute your resources and finances. Some of you might have to save for something, might have to be more careful financially because they want to have a bigger amount of money to invest somewhere, so they have to tighten up the belt. But these are the things that you'll be kind of working like a background for you for 5 months from March till August. And once Saturn starts moving forwards again from August to around the end of the year, you will see the results of those efforts that you've put. You will see the results of all those areas that you had to be more responsible, more organized, where you had more testing, where you had more the universe was teaching you to be more hardy, more perseverant, but the results are always much longer lasting and positive. But the retrograde period tends to be the harder one, when really we need to reconfirm really work on those responsibilities, reconfirm those areas of our life and put as much effort as possible. And then the results are better. Okay, but now let's see what specifically March will bring for you, Libras. Okay, your 7th house is triggered in a strong way by manifesting planets. 7th house is relationships. And it means that you'll be able to manifest in regards to relationships. Some of you might be able to bring a relationship to a next level. Or a partner might come around and bring the relationship to a next level. Some of you might meet a partner that's important, especially if your ascendant is in Libra. You know, sorry about that. Some of you might, 7th house rules also business relationships. Some of you might actually be able to benefit from a business relationship, or if you've been trying to sign some contract, you might be finally able to sign the contract, to conclude it, or if you've been trying to sign some contract, you know, it's 7th house rules, any agreements, contractual agreements, and it's triggered with 3 positive planets this month in March. So it means some positive manifestation of such contracts. People who are in business, 7th house rules business. Anywhere where you exchange goods or services with another for money or for other goods or services, this is 7th house. So you can have a very manifesting month in a positive way in regards to such matters. There might be some surprises and tensions because the aspects are not only easy. They're like Uranus is there with Mars. There might be some stresses and tension in regards to other people. Others might be stepping on your nerves more than usual. But somehow the final result, even of those confrontations that you have, whether it's with partner, business partner, or clients, 7th house rules clients, on people you work with one-to-one, if there are such stresses, because there will be, Mars is there. Mars is the planet that escalates troubles. Mars is the planet that brings to the surface argument. And it's with Uranus, explosive planet, sudden surprises, reversal. But even if these happen, somehow the final result will be a positive one. You'll be able to sort it out because Jupiter, this benefic, is holding a very good aspect to those stressful planets in your 7th house of relationships and business and partners and marriage. And even when there are like things flying in the air and surprises, somehow there is a silver lining there and you come, I cannot say on top, but you come, there is a positive outcome of these matters. You're able to solve them and resolve them and to manifest in a positive way. So you have periods that you freak out. You have periods in March because the energy, again, I say is stressful. But again, I tell you, stay calm and remember that these will be sorted out. And particularly those of you who have their ascendant or their moon from around the following degrees, from around 14, 15, 16 degrees in Libra, which means that they are probably born from around 8th, 9th, 10th of October, plus minus a day, very likely. They can have more a this kind of sudden surprise that comes to them, because Uranus and Mars is there and they're receiving a difficult aspect from Pluto, so there is like this tension that's happening, especially with other people in regards to some outer circumstances, and some big change will have to happen for them in March. Born those days or those degrees that I mentioned, 14, 15, 16 degrees, ascendant or moon, something that will escalate to a turning point. And this escalation will break up something in your life, will make like finally something has to be resolved, has to change in your life in a big way. It can very likely be connected to relationship because it's happening in the 7th house, or business partnerships or other people somehow. But if it's your sun that's being triggered those days that I mentioned, you know, the 7th, 8th, 9th, you know, 10th of October, it can be something to do with your career, that you take some massive big change and redirection of your path, you know. But again, Jupiter is holding a good aspect. So you manage to create out of lemons lemonade, in a sense. And to be honest, if you have been hanging on and if you do not want change, it will be more of a shock to you and it will be more disturbing for you. But if you've been wanting and craving for a change, now it will escalate and it will come. You know, they will be totally passing on the other side of the hill, as they say. And to a large extent, this kind of nervous energy and this kind of volatility is present there for a lot of Libras, for most Libras, this tense energy. And surprises that are likely, but somehow because of the positive aspect of Jupiter, you manage to, you know, you make things good there, and you quickly find the way out. But otherwise, you know, for Libras, 7th house is triggered, all Libras. So as I said, it can be a month of even meeting new love, big positive manifestations in business partnerships, in working with others one-to-one, in relationships in some way. And this is the area that you have to focus your attention as well, rather than on yourself, trying to do something on your own. Much more combined with others, even though there will be some frictions, the final result will be good. Okay, let's see what else. Do we have something else happening for Libra? Actually, no. You know, these are the two big things. Your 7th house being manifesting, and actually relationship and social relationships for Libra and socializing becomes more of a theme in March 2015. You're much more driven and motivated by other people and by social contacts with others rather than some, you know, solitary activities. You might be more in touch with friends as well. You might receive some good surprise from friends on the beginning of March as well, because the planet Jupiter receives a wonderful aspect from Uranus at the first week. Some positive development in regards to friendships, or in regards to your goals as well, because 11th house rules your goal the first week of March. So on the whole, it is stressful, intense month, but with positive manifestations as final result. And with you being busy with other people, being involved with others, with communication, with socializing. So, and this is the area of success and positive development for you. So thank you very much, Libras. And I will see you next month.